6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So this game of ours, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a third and very long.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll buy some time right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by Big Jordan Davis. Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
take this one up to about the 13. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
In motion left is Cobb.
14.
Here's Wentz to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The Jets at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That's complete right side to Lazard. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, forward, Tokyo! Man, 5-7. 5-9.
Wentz now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And down inside the 40 or about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
82. 2-10.
Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Red 5-2, on here. What is it?
On play action, it's Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a short 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Go.
2nd and 10.
Outside, solid. What's this on?
Paul on a give up the middle.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here, sit. What's this on?
To throw is Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Great.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
31 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Great.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
They go play action with Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre.
And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Hardman on the return.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kill. Sunday. Kill. Let's go. Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
81. 46 down, man, 5-4.
Now Wentz. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. He's across midfield. He's still on his feet. Garrett Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
63 yards.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
63, crowd left, get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
A
partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Here's Hardman to return.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
We're good.
A toss left side for Hall. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
First down 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The drive will start with an option going left.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
But 1st down, Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
73! 73!
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flush to his right. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball again on second down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Ball again.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And quickly they get to the line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Great. Phil King. 63. Hey, 73.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this to the 32. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, empty.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run with Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Great.
Now a play fake. Wentz out to his left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Running left, it's Hall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Great 15. Great 15.
Now Wentz on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Play action. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
There we go. Back man. What's this on?
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly